guys, today we're going to be looking at some upcoming games on my wish list. All the games are going to be listed in the description, the links to them. There'll be some driving sims, some building games, and some puzzle games. First up is probably the biggest of them, called Century of Steam. You probably know this one. So, 100 years of Steam in the US. Well, not just Steam, it's got some diesels in there as well at the end. Not out yet, so you'll be able to build your tracks and run trains all on some lovely custom-made maps. We don't really know the price yet. We don't know how long it's going to take to come out, but it does look like a beautiful game. There's a lot of detail gone into these. Every month they produce a dev video and actually see what they're doing. It goes into quite a bit of detail. It's well worth a watch. Again, I'll link to that in the description. Next up is going to be Railborn. Once again, we don't know the release date or the price yet. You start out in the middle of nowhere and you come with this thing. It's basically a base for a train, and there's lots of tracks all over the map. You go and find things. I'm not entirely sure what the end game of this is. You can build up quite a nice looking train. So it says upgrade your train, manage its power systems, direct resource flows, and distribute water. It's a multiplayer game. That bit I didn't realise. Well, I'm wondering if there's going to be some bad guys which will be shooting you. There are a few games out like this, aren't there? I remember one where you're robots and you're left in the middle of nowhere, and your idea is you get out there. There were certainly bad guys. Rail train up the ultimate track, rising into space. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we don't know too much about this, but it does look interesting. Next up is Retro Rail Go. So the idea of this is it's a driving sim. Looks to be just you're looking out the front, and it's retro looking. There's no videos of this, unfortunately. Casual mode, professional mode, strict timetables, realistic signals, station announcements, and dual notch acceleration braking demand position. Yeah, again, it's another one which I've put on there because I'd like to try at some point. Right, so now we're up to a subway simulator. So yeah, it's called Subway Simulator Underground Train Ride. And just like the others, we don't know much about it. We do know it's controller support, single player. We don't know the price and when it's coming. That's a British train. That's a London underground train. Tunnels fairly look like this. Doesn't look like a British station though. If I can get a key for it when it does come out, I'll certainly try it on the channel. Elektronka, Bratislava. Went to Bratislava once because I had a friend working over there. Did go on a tram over there. So in this game you are a tram driver. So drawings for a tram ride, it says, around Bratislava in iconic and beloved trams. Test your senses and position in our simulator where you can try connecting sets and switching turnouts. Tram drivers participated in the development. I remember having to walk back to the airport when I was there. My mate was sleeping, so I thought, no problem. The actual buses. What were they? They weren't buses. They were the trolley buses. Yeah, they have trolley buses over there on a lot of the lines. And there was maybe a trolley bus which went all the way out to the train, the airport. So that's the one I've got there. Went to the bus stop. You need to pay before you get on the bus there. You have to pay at the bus stop. So obviously all the payment, the machines weren't working, which is not a good start. And then I worked out that the bus wasn't actually running as well, even though the timetable said it was. So I ended up walking all the way back to the airport. Luckily, it wasn't too far, maybe an hour and a half walk. That was fun, yeah. I don't know, the games look quite interesting. The graphics look quite nice. Unlike the others, it does have some basic requirements here. 8 gigs of RAM, not a lot. 1050 is quite low. They got Discord and everything, which you can go and chat with them if you wanted to. Yeah, one to watch, isn't it? One to watch. Frostliner, the moon shattered, the world frozen. Take command of the nomadic train city hurtling through a war-ravaged frozen wasteland. In this survival city, build on rails, gather survivors, scavenge resources, and do what it takes to keep the engine running and stay ahead of the frost. Wasn't there a film and a TV series of this? Or was this just a copy of it? It's saying in the film that you had the rich people at one end of the train, the poor at the other. You have the army sort of looking after everything, or not looking after everything. So it's an interesting concept. It's single player. So it's mouse and keyboard only. On steel tracks, you will carve a path across the frozen earth, adapting your mobile city to meet the needs of one. So I'm presuming you would just build, I don't know how many carriages you start with. You fit it all out as you go along, I presume. Again, it's quite low, isn't it? The memory is 8. Works on most Windows versions. Again, I'm hoping it'll work on Linux. So I don't think you build anything. I think you just travel along the tracks. I think you probably, you get I would imagine you just get upgrades, which you can give to it once in a while. I don't know. What does that say? Kill the weakest for meat. So you have to make decisions. Okay, well that's going to be interesting. Okay, let's move on to city builds. Transport Fever 3. Yeah, if you know what Transport Fever is, this is just an upgraded version of it, isn't it? So that's what Transport Fever 2 is, an upgraded version of 1 with few mechanics, and I think this does more modular stations and things like that, modular industries. The trains still flip. Well, they seem to. I don't like that, but there you go. When I say flip, basically if it's an end-to-end line, the other end, rather than doing a runaround, the loco does a runaround, it just flips round. It's going to have modding support. It looks nice. I hope they don't. What is the requirements? It doesn't say yet. I hope they haven't raised it too far. I hope they don't do city skylines with it. But it looks like a great game. So I can't wait to play it. This is the one I'm waiting for. Steam Revolution, The Age of Rail. So as it says, you build Link Industries in 1844 Europe, complete levels to expand across nations and compare the efficiency of your solutions against the leaderboard. So these are going to be smallish maps which you have to complete. The better you complete them, the better you are on the scoreboard. So how many maps will there be? I wonder. Connect industries with trains to carry resources. Yeah, just a general thing. Optimize your solutions to compare with other people and global leaderboard. Ryzen 5, this is very low. 4 gigs of RAM. You can see from the graphics, it's not the highest spec, is it? One thing I did like, although we can see it's a grid-based game, we can see from here, you can it looks like you can pretty much put the tracks how you want. Normally a grid-based game is up, cross, up, and you have really tight little corners. But this does look a bit more sweeping, and I like that. Times of progress. So this is basically a city builder, but it does look to have a lot of tracks. Now this is what I was saying in the last one. If you look grid-based, the corners are very tight. I've been watching this for about 6 months now, and there's a little bit of progress with it. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's a single dev. I don't know. So you're going to start your town out wherever that is. It's going to grow, and you put your tracks through. Okay, yeah. So it's obviously got some resources or some things, but there has to be a reason you'd put the town down there. Got boats, all kinds of things. So what else has it got on there? Place industries to extract natural resources and land offers. Connect them with a transport infrastructure to make sure they can have access to local workforce. So it's got people who have to go to... so what was that game? There's another game like that, isn't there? Oh, I just looked up. It's Sweet Transit. Because on Sweet Transit, you place your villages stuff down near the resources. You extract the resource and try and build your little villages up into towns and cities. So it does sound like this might be similar to that. Place industries to extract natural resource and land offers, connect them with transport infrastructure and make sure they have access to local workforce. Again, yeah, so Sweet Transit does the same thing. You need to take the workforce to the industry in order for it to actually function. Progress towards providing secondary goods and services to your population while balancing the issues that arise from expanding your city. Features procedurally generated maps, randomised starting conditions, quick and intuitive road and railway placements, automatic order and display and dispatch of products, modifiable terrain, trading mechanic, can't speak, randomised goals, high playability. Yeah, randomised goals. Yeah, that's good. If that's true, though, in other words, if each village wants something different. Actually, that was the problem with Industry Giant 4. Certainly when I played it, that every village, so a village here, village there, their starting conditions were always the same. You'd want product A, you'd want product A, then you'd want product B. Once you got to a certain size, you'd want the same product, and every village was exactly the same. It's not like Transport Fever where each of the little towns wanted something different, so you needed to, think what you were going to deliver and how you were going to deliver it. You just basically set up everything and just delivered it everywhere. That wasn't fun. I don't know if that game's going to version 1 quite soon, so we'll try again then, I think, for version 1, see if that's actually changed, but that was not a good dynamic, really. Mars Rapid Transit. Engineer a fast and efficient train network on Mars, build a thriving business and grow a dynamic economy in this transport economic management game. Once again, trains. Grid-based. You can see from the track, as we talked about, where it goes up. You start that video. Very tight turns on this little grid, like a lot of these games do. So let's go down. That's what it says. Construct a network on high-speed futuristic trains, perfect for your train scheduling system, grow Martian economy, dynamic local and global pricing. So obviously you can sell locally on your little world here or off-world. That sounds good. Industry and colony growth and decline based on company performance. Product lifespans and optional delivery times. Passengers commute at rush hours, so it's got commuting as well. AI again. Do we know when this is coming out? Any prices? No, we don't. Coming soon. System requirements. i7 7th version, 7th gen. That's low. It needs more memory than the others. I wouldn't have thought this type of game needed that much memory. More like 8. Well, it does say minimum 8, doesn't it? Yeah, this is more like if it's storage, only 4 gigs. So this is what I'd expect for any game, sort of, this sort of look. Let's finish off with 3 puzzle games. The first one is Train Misconductor. So it's basically a railroad switching puzzle game. So I presume on this, you'll have your little starting areas, your local will be somewhere, and you need to get your wagons, carriages, whatever it is, from A to B. Oh, you've got 2 locos there. Maybe this is the one you got to deliver to. There was another game like that, wasn't there? Yeah, I just looked up. It's called Loco Sort. We put it on the channel maybe a year ago. Very similar, but it's more. I think you could play in first person on that. Graphics were slightly more high fidelity than this. Where your wagon started in one place, you needed to get them somewhere else, basically, and you had a time limit. So yes, Train Misconductor is a railway switching puzzle game inspired by model railway shunting layouts like the Inglenook. You operate a modern steam engine on an alien planet. Moving cars between sidings, navigating more and more convoluted rail yards, all while keeping your conductors sane. Really? So about the mess, you see a global oil crisis just befallen the planet, and as a result, diesel trains have had to be replaced by modernised steam engines. No matter, there's still work to be done, lots of freight to move. Big articulated steam engines shift thousands of tons of freight all across the planet's railways. Just put a little bit of story behind it. It's cute. Yeah, but the heart of the game is the shunting game, isn't it? It doesn't matter where it's set. So yeah, no, I would like to try this one actually. Again, don't know the price or when it's coming out or anything like that. There's a very low, like 600 meg. It's got available space, 4 gigs of RAM, pretty much any CPU. But you can't get more basic than this one. This is a top view little game. So again, it's a puzzle game, isn't it? One of the 3 puzzle games. you need to put signals and things like that to actually keep the trains going. And you've got to get into places, I think. Create the logic that powers signals and junctions in order to deliver cargo and avoid crashes. Optimize your solutions for efficient and climb the global leaderboards. Yeah, so I'm presuming you have to do so many things to finish the map, and the faster you do it... Yeah, I'm assuming it's the fastest you do it, the better the score. Automate. Use simple logic building blocks to change signals and junctions, create functioning train networks in order to deliver goods between stations and tiny moment, transport enough cargo without any crashes, complete each level. Completing each level is only the beginning. Improve your solutions in a never-ending quest for efficiency. Compete to fight for your spot on the leaderboard. Challenges. Each level has its own optional challenge restriction that adds a unique twist. And 4 gigs of RAM, 2 gigs of... Actually, that's quite a lot compared to the last one, isn't it? 2 gigs of RAM. 2 gigs of storage. And so we're on to the last one. So this is called Trains, Trams and Monorails. Start off on one little hex. And the idea is to build up your city by connecting the hexes and all the little transport nodes in them. So be it by road or train or something else. When you do that, your city will build, and I presume you get more of the little hexes to actually play with. To any city, watch the city. Obviously, you're going to watch where you're doing it. Connect stations, develop residential, industrial, and commercial areas. Fulfill district-specific mini goals. Experiment with different layouts. So I wonder if it's like the other puzzle game. Again, I forget the name of half these games which come out. You have a number of these, and if you run out, you finish. Or I wonder if you can you take it up and put it somewhere else, or is it once it's down, it's down? Quite a few questions. I think it's again a single developer. We don't know when it's coming out. A lot of these games, to be honest, we don't know if it's coming out. It's got controller support, this one, so this one could go on the Steam Deck. 4 gigs of RAM, 500 megs of available space. Yeah, this is a type of game quite easily play on the train or something on the Steam Deck. So I wonder if it'd do any better than half of these. This is on the 22 to 23 video when we did this last. Never got released. This actually, we could put this on the list. This is a train mechanic game. The previous game we did play that. It was quite good. So wait for that as well. Metroland was another one which was on the last video in 22, 23. Hasn't got released. This one was also, but this was the one I always wanted to actually come out, because it's become a transport tycoon in 1900s London. It spanned transport lines, housing and businesses. Yeah, I did want this one to come out, but yeah, it's been 3 years now. So 3 years is a long time. It's gone any further. I did look on their Discord. No, it doesn't really seem to be developed. It's an active Discord, but not much happening, I think, game-wise. But hey-ho, that's the life. That's the life, isn't it? On that note, that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button. See more, please subscribe. Press that ding-a-dong bell button. You know what it does. See you next time. Bye.